I have another walkthrough. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Squdge craft video. We have another album share. This is the Stamperia Alice collection. Beautiful paper. I have avoided working with Stamperia because I find them really busy, but busy in Alice in Wonderland works really well. So yes, this is a big mini album. It's really not mini at all. We are 11 3/4 by 9 3/4 with a 5 1/4 inch spine. It's a big one. So here's the front cover. We've got the Cheshire Cat, the cards, the partially painted roses, and this shaker. I will show you the shaker in a minute. I'm not lifting the whole album up. We have the first spine, we have the back. The teacups and pots are actually on the belt, and the other pieces are on the back of the album. And then we have the second spine. And so around this album is a acetate belt. I nearly said acrylic then. Acetate belt, so that you can put things on here, make it quite bulky, but it's not going to interrupt with the album lying flat. And all you do is you feed this out through the belt loops. There is a belt loop on either side that you just feed it through. Okay. So yeah, on the back you have the teacups, and then on the front we have the Cheshire Cat's mouth, which has some tiny little clay playing cards and some red and gold hearts. And then the back without that belt on looks like this, and the front looks like this. And because I cannot help myself, we have a pop-up on the front cover. So you've got room for your photos, and we have this pop-up of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. These sections here are big enough for a standard 4x6 or a 5x7 photo, depending on how much room you want to give. You could even do a little bit of a collage with some smaller pictures, like so, if you wanted to. Alternatively, you could just leave it empty. It is the front cover. Okie dokie. We open up our ribbons. And then there's a bit of manoeuvring to get this on camera because my desk is quite small, but we'll do what we can. Okay, front cover. You have this postcard on here. You could use this as a dedication if you were gifting it to someone, or say you were using it for a special event like a fancy dress party or something. You can put all the details on here and then add your photo on the back. Then we have Alice. If I zoom you in. So we have little Alice with her Eat Me, and then when she eats it, she transforms into much bigger Alice. And then Alice has the Drink Me, and when she drinks it, she transforms back into little Alice. So what that looks like from this side is you pull these sections out, the whole thing opens up. These will hold little 3x3 photos on these squares, going all the way around. And of course it spins because it's Alice in Wonderland. However, if you wanted to cover the central Alice, you can use a 4x4 photo in there and it will sit beautifully. Or use your 3x3 and still have a little bit of the border, like so. That will close down with magnets, and then this sits on top. The ribbon is just for decoration, just so that it matches the rest of the album. It doesn't actually hold anything in place here. Okay, then we've got this pocket, which isn't actually a pocket, it's just a hidden page. So this slides out like so, and then this opens out to the side, and you've got room for photos. Again, these will hold a 4x4 really easily, and then back here you've got room for 4x6s, 5x7s. You know, you've got plenty of room on these to do whatever pictures you want. And then they just slide back in underneath there. Okay. Trying to make this all be on camera is a challenge. Page 1, we open up the ribbon. We've got Alice. I do love the poem. This lifts up. You've got room up here for a large 5x7. And then this platform is designed for a 4x6 photo. However, because this is a platform, this is actually a pop-up, you could store some photos underneath there. Just tuck them underneath, and then when this closes, they're all secure. So it just gives you a little bit of extra storage space if you would like it. Then this lifts up again, and we have the White Rabbit page with space there for some pictures or some journaling. It's already got the lines on for you if you wanted to write about what you were using this album for. We then have these 4 pockets. Now the lady who's buying this has actually asked me to leave the pockets empty. I'm going to include these cards just because they come with the paper collection and work really well, but a lot of the pockets you're going to see will be empty because she's asked for them to be empty so that they can fill them up. But we've got 4 little ones here with these gorgeous cards from the collection. I mean, the detailing is stunning. This then opens out to the side. I've just popped these little pieces here so that she can see these are side pockets as well. And then we've got 2 larger pockets, and this time I've used the White Rabbit cards. And then these open out again, and you've got a nice space for photos. These side pieces will take a 4x6. And then obviously you've got a much bigger space in the middle where you could do some collaging or whatever you want to with your pictures. That is page 1. Each page does also have a pull-out for more photo space. So each page here has a little pull-out. Hello. There it is. So just a nice blank space for you to add your photos that just slides in between the pages. Like so. And you just get a little lip sticking out. It's on all of them. Okay, page 2. So we open up this ribbon and we've got the Cheshire Cat. I do love a page with text on. Anyone who knows me knows I love a page with text on. This comes out to the side and we've got the Mad Hatter's Tea Party space. And then here in the middle we have the Tea Party, but this is locked. You can't open it, and to get into it you have to break up the puzzle and find the card suits, and then it'll open out to the side and open out to the side again. So all of these have these pieces that are opened so you can tuck your pictures underneath the sections as we go. And then obviously you've got a large space in the centre as well. We just complemented with this pearl grey card, which worked so beautifully. White was too harsh with this collection, but the pearl grey lent itself beautifully to match the colours, so that worked really well. Again, I make these over on Twitch. I will leave the link down in the description. If you ever want to see me make it live, come and ask questions, come and make suggestions, then please do. I would love to see you there. If you are enjoying this, please give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing and leave me a comment letting me know what your favourite page is. Okay, page 3, we've got a little tuck spot here behind Alice. You can tuck this in either way, just add a little note or a picture on it. We open this flap, this opens out to the side. And I've created quite a few of these frame spaces where you can just add a photo directly in the middle of the frame if you want to, or you can collage some smaller photos on there because you've got room. You could have, you know, sort of a selection like that of your photos. So 2 more frames, and then this is just held closed with these little swing tabs that are the King and Queen of Hearts. Apparently that was hard to say for some reason. I don't know why. Words are hardy-wardy. Okay, we've got another couple of pockets here. Again, I've just tucked these in to show you that they are pockets. The lady has requested everything with empty pockets, so we're going to take those out now. And then this is a pop-up page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle the album so that you can see it on camera. When we open this up, we open these to the side and we get these pop-ups. So you can add your photos in these frames. You could add like a little photo in there, or you could add just some text in there, or just leave them as decorative pop-ups, and then you've got the side panels and the centre to add more photos to. That is page 3. Again, there is a pull-out in here, exactly the same as the previous one. Try not to break my drawer. Okay, page 4. We undo this piece. There is a little alarm clock on the end of this string. Open this up, and then our page lifts up here. Again, you can add photos onto this front section. We move the white rabbit out of the way. This opens out. You've got another nice frame area where you can add things, and then here I've just created a little pocket. Now I have added one of the cards in the pocket, but there is plenty of space to add other things in there if you would prefer. Again, that closes and is secured with our little white rabbit there. Now these are 3 big pockets. They are the whole width. We have one big one at the back that goes all the way to the bottom. Then we have a little middle one, and we have a small one. So I would sort of have, if I was adding photo mats into this, I would have some little ones there, some sort of like mid-sized ones here in the middle, and then have some really tall ones at the back. There's plenty of space in there. So, but as I say, she has requested the pockets empty, so that is what we are doing. Feels really weird not to make photo mats, I have to say. But, okay, page 5. So there's a little curtain here with Alice, and if you were to take a photo, say for example this photo, you stick it on this standard 4x6, you stick it on this piece, and you tuck it in behind the curtain. When you lift the flap, it actually shows up on the other page behind this wall. This is covered in acetate, so things won't necessarily fall out and get lost, but you can add your picture in there and then it will show up on the other side, which I thought was a really nice touch. Then we've got our spinny page, so everything here spins. All the cups spin, this center panel spins. This also has a Velcro closure, so you can tuck a photo in here like so. Trim it down to size so you can tuck a photo in there. But this is also a pop-up, so this comes all the way up here and all the way up here. If I show you on the side, it is quite a large pop-up, and you can take your 4x6 photos, trim them down ever so slightly to a 3x5, and then you will fit 2 of them on each one. So if I do, for example, that and that, or that one and that one, you can get 2 photos on each side because this spins and has space on each side for 2 photos. And again, one in the top, and then we just release this down. There we go. That will get a little bit more secure once it's got photos attached to it as well. This also has a pull out, again, same design as the first 2, just a solid sheet for photos. Slides straight back in there. Okay, page 6. So we open up the little hearts. This comes down. Now this can be set as an easel like this. So if you had a photo that you wanted to show, you could stick it on here and then just stand this up on a shelf or on a table and have that as a display if you wanted to. If not, there are space on the back where you could stick your 4x4, or if you wanted a nice border, trim them down to maybe a 3x3 pictures on here. Okay, there are also 2 little photo frames here. At the moment, I've just tucked bookmarks from the paper collection in there, but you could tuck your photo behind there, and let's go with, I won't put it all in there because I won't get it back out, but you could tuck your photo behind there and then you'll see it through this frame because there is all of the room to go behind it all the way around, so you can tuck your, hello, come on, there, tuck your picture in there and use it as a frame. I just didn't want to leave a big black space. Okay, we open up this ribbon and we have another pop-up. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to angle this so that you can see it from the front view, we open this up, we have these huge card arches. These are 8 inches tall. So when you open it up, you've still got room here, here and here for your photos. So you've got all the room here and here for your photos as well. These side ones will take a 4x6, but if you wanted to keep the border, then maybe trim it down to 3x5 would fit really nicely. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. This is a big one, I did say to you. Okay, pop this down here and then close that off. Okay, page 6. No, page 7, I can't count. Page 7, we open up the little heart charm. Now this is a big pocket. Again, I've been requested to leave it empty, but this is a really deep pocket, goes all the way down, so you can fit lots of goodies in there. And then we bring this down and we have a little flap here where you could add a little secret underneath it. That only shows when you reveal. Okay, this comes out to the side. Now this page, there is a little tuck spot here, and I'm going to leave this card in just to see, but you could ignore that and you could just cover this paper or this page in photos like so and not worry about it. You know, the nice thing about it is it gives you the option, whereas you could stick them on or you could use that little tuck spot. Okay, the next is my favourite page. So this place here will hold a standard 4x6. You tuck it just underneath the King and Queen's feet and you can fit a standard 4x6 on the front here. The King and Queen do move because I like to make everything nice and interactive. Okay, then we bring this down. And exactly the same thing down here. The Jester and the White Rabbit move, and there is room here for a standard 4x6. And then if we bring this in, the Queen does move. We let her scream. She will flip back because there is a magnet there. But the Queen does scream to Alice, off with her head, and so we decapitated Alice. It just makes me laugh every time I do it because it just does. Let me show you the detailing. Are you ready? Off with her head! Bye. And it kind of, in my brain, because of the way it lifts up and over, I almost feel like it's being catapulted off somewhere. So it's like just throw her head across the room. Like, I don't know. Maybe that was just my sense of humour. So this is a waterfall. So you will fit your 4x6 photos. If I pull this down, you can fit your 4x6 photos top and bottom here. And then you pull this down and it will just scroll through your photos. And then you can add a photo on here as well if you want to, as long as it's stuck down really well. You can even get a 5x7 in this space, or just stick a standard 4x6. But the other nice thing is it spins. So this way you can have portrait and landscape photos in the same section, and you just spin it round to look. So say we have, let's say here we've got a White Rabbit facing this way, and then do I have another piece in a different direction? Okay. So if we had 2 photos like this, and you've got the rabbit is the right way, and then you spin it round this way, and then this picture is the right way. So it spins all the way round, and it will go back to its standard place with magnets, so there's no need to panic. But there is your spinny waterfall, because, you know, I can get away with doing all of the crazy in Alice in Wonderland. That's why I love it so much. Okay, so there is that. And then this closes up again with just this tight closure. Page 8 is another tea party themed page. Let's go like that. There we go. Okay, is another tea party page. So this comes down. We open the flap up. And this is a pocket. I have added this in here just so that when you get it, you can see this is a pocket. You could cut a piece down to do, or you could just tuck some tickets or photos in there. So that is a standard pocket there. Well, not a standard pocket, that's an interestingly shaped pocket. Okay. My desk is not big enough. My desk is not big enough. There we go. Okay, then we have these pockets. These are my expanding pockets. I love using these. They open all the way out to 90 degrees. If I do it this way, They open all the way out. Wrong direction. They open all the way out. And then each one of these will hold a 4x6 photo on the back. Or of course you can remove these and just add your photos, it's entirely up to you. These then come out to the side and we've got the 4 booklets. Now these open up and you have space for 2 photos, but also they spin and you can add things behind it. This one opens the wrong way just because I can do it backwards in an Alice in Wonderland album and it works. This one opens and again spins. This one comes down and again spins. So you can get 2 photos inside and then 1 behind each one. And then they snap back in with the magnets. And then finally the back cover. So the back cover is a large expanding pocket. There is room up here for you to add photos. They will take, you know, you can add a standard 5x7, 4x6, or you could do like 2 slightly smaller ones and get a nice border, entirely up to you. And then this is a triple expanding pocket. So all 3 of them have these expanded sides, so you can fit so much into these. If I open it out that way, you can see. And the last little section on this second spine piece, we have you can add a 4x6 on here, it will fit. You could add, you know, a couple of little photos on the outside. There is room inside as well, but inside we have a final pop-up piece because I just love doing pop-ups. And then when you open this piece up, you see Alice and the Cheshire Cat. And again, you could add little photos around here if you wanted to. You know, there is space for you to add elements in, like so, if you wanted to. Alternatively, you could just leave this as a little additional pop-up page where you can see a selection of all the papers. And then that closes like that. And that is the Stamperia Alice album. As I mentioned, this has been sold, but I do have enough paper to make at least 2 more similar projects. So if that is something you think you would be interested in, then just leave a comment down below. And yeah, thank you all for spending time with me today. Keep crafting and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!